Well, this is the story of the Craftsman 28-inch snow blower with a Brixton Stratton 250 cc gasoline motor with an electric startup and the bit. Well, the problem is that in the instructions, it actually said, when I bought it about 12 years ago, that you had to take the wheels off every year and lubricate the axle that drives the wheels because they tend to rust with the wheel itself and making it impossible to change that whenever needed. So I didn't take them off every year, of course. And this time I found after summer that the tire on this side had somehow lost its pressure. And so losing its pressure, it lost its shape and it detached that rim from whatever seal it was making with the wheel itself. And therefore it deformed itself to a level that basically you couldn't reload it with pressure air because there was no seal there. So I had to take it off with the hope of getting this pneumatic-free tire to be upgraded to one with a pneumatic that could actually hold the air, because this thing won't hold any air anymore. Anyway, trouble is that to get that that tire off the wheel was quite a job, but I managed. This is very hard because this is a very thick tire and very inflexible rim. But anyway, it came out without damaging it. And then I realized that really to be able to do what I need to do, I gotta pull this wheel off that axle. Of course, it's held with a little nut here that threads in there, but the rust prediction came true. This axle end and the wheel are soldered with the work of rust, apparently. And so I did everything I could to remove whatever rust is sealing together the axle and the wheel. And that included using this guy, penetrating oil, catalyst, blah, blah. And I put enough of it in there. And then I made this little device to flood that thing with the same product. I didn't do a thing. Somebody in YouTube said that the trick is to just hit the hell out of it with a torch, which I did. And after hammering from back here with the best possible angles that I could find, now that thing doesn't lose. Then I spoke with my 81-year-old older brother, who is a chemical engineer, but he spent time in Colombia, and he tells me that every auto mechanic in Colombia swears that Coca-Cola can actually free up any rust or rusted metal pieces. So the same trick, with the same little device, I flooded that with Coke for about 20 hours, and nothing happened. So it looks like this thing is going to stay like that, basically. And it is extremely difficult to put in here a pneumatic, that is to say, to put this back and then to be able to, through a very small space left between the wheel and this edge, to push in there a pneumatic, and then to get the little end of the pneumatic through that hole to be able to feel it. That's going to be a tough thing if I cannot remove this. My dream was to remove the metal wheel and give that and the tire and a pneumatic to a tire expert and have them put it together. But that won't be possible because I cannot take this off. So, question to you is, do you know of any trick to get something like that is completely stuck, because that axle just won't budge? I can hammer the hell out of this back here and no, doesn't come off. So if you know of a trick or of a tool that can be used to do that kind of detachment, I would love to have your opinion. But anyway, I don't have any idea after all that I've done. I may be doing some primitive thing, but it didn't work. Anyway, if you run into a great idea, let me know. Otherwise, we do have a nice engine that hasn't had any problem. The whole use of this device has been probably no more than 40 hours a year for the past 12 or 13 years. So it's not a great deal of use, only when there are huge snowstorms. And the motor has never been a problem, really. So if for some reason you have any use for the engine, I'll be happy to donate that to your ample collection of great tools if you actually have a use for that. Or if you happen to know somebody who would actually work on this thing and fix it without detaching it from the whole machine, that would be a great tip as well. And if not, well, we can just basically have a bottle of wine one day and talk about something else. Wonderful. Hey, thanks, Jim. Take care. Bye.